study and learn. Here's what this means. Humans have a strong innate connection with sunlight that has evolved over thousands of years. I was there. Today, however, electrical and technological stimulation can keep our minds and bodies active long after the sun has set, and it can have devastating effects on our health. Nevertheless, many people find it easy to fall asleep, but often wake up at the same time during the night. This can be incredibly frustrating, especially if you can't sleep and feel tired the next day. Time period. Every 2 hours, Qi becomes the strongest in a particular organ and its function. That's not all. The body, mind, and emotions go hand in hand in Chinese medicine, which means that if there's an imbalance in your body, it's related to your emotional state. It could be because your body is trying to send you a message. Now let's see what your body is trying to tell you. Here is a list of organs and emotions associated with different hours of the night. Number 1. Waking up between 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. This is the triple heating or endocrine time when the body's homeostasis is adjusted and enzymes are replenished. It is recommended to go to bed at this time so that the body can save energy for the next day. If she was able to fall asleep between 9 and 11, but woke up, she knew her body was overstressed and was subconsciously in fight or flight mode. Is showing. Anxiety and anxious thoughts may also grow, making you feel threatened and anxious. Therefore, if you feel unwell, you may experience stronger symptoms at this time. Complete important tasks before retiring for the night. It is convenient to have a notepad by the bed. You can quickly write down anything that pops into your head. Rest knowing that you can come up with new ideas and unfinished plans first thing in the morning. Also, giving your body a huge dinner to cope with is not a good idea. The body needs to focus on reorganizing and adjusting to anything that can throw it off balance throughout the day. It can also be beneficial to meditate or incorporate a calming evening ritual. Number 2. Waking up between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. You must be asleep at this hour in order to wake up feeling refreshed. The gallbladder is most active at this time of the night, and it is during this time that people with gallstones and other gallbladder problems experience pain. The gallbladder is responsible for breaking down fat in the body, so waking up around this time each night may indicate that you need to eat less fat. On an emotional level, waking up between 11 and 1 a.m. can mean harboring feelings of deep bitterness, resentment, or criticism. This means that it helps to take time during the day to think about your relationships with others and yourself. This helps release any negativity that may be blocking the energy in your system. Waking up between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. If you stay awake during this time, your liver may be telling you that it cannot use the allotted time for rejuvenation because it is overwhelmed with other tasks. In our society, it is important to note that excess energy is prevalent in our livers. Constant exposure, toxic emotions such as anger and stress all directly target the liver. Muscle spasms and muscle damage can also indicate an energy imbalance in the liver. Because the liver is also involved in regulating bodily processes, conditions with patchy or irregular symptoms can PMS, mood swings, irregular bowel movements, etc. may indicate liver problems. The liver also supports the eyes and vision, so prolonged eye strain in front of a computer screen definitely weakens the liver. In addition, excessive alcohol consumption, an unbalanced fatty diet, and excessive use of prescription medications can further exacerbate liver stagnation. You're doing yourself a favor by minimizing. You can also try a detox to help cleanse your liver. It helps remove toxins that may be interfering with optimal functioning. On an emotional level, waking up between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. can be associated with very serious anger, resentment, and frustration. It means take some time to think about what is bothering you and identify the elements in your life that can be sources of negative energy. Try to get rid of these elements whenever possible. Number 4. Waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. Waking up at this time of day probably indicates that you should be focusing your attention on your lungs, and more specifically on your breathing. This is the time of night when the lungs are most active. Therefore, disturbed sleep can mean that something is interfering with your ability to breathe deeply and comfortably. Most often, this is related to emotional factors and can mean that you are having trouble relaxing and accepting that there are things in your life that you cannot control. 3 a.m. wake-up times between midnight and 5 a.m. can also be a result of grief and are often associated with loss. Either way, the key is to take a deep breath, practice acceptance, and free yourself from the fear of the uncontrollable. Number 5. Waking up between 5 a.m. and 7 a.m. Early in the morning, your colon experiences maximum energy flow, designed to remove the contents from the body as effortlessly as possible. This is the perfect time to wake up and start your day. It's also a great time to exercise, as vigorous physical activity helps revitalize your chi. Symptoms noticed during this period may indicate an imbalance in the colon and the need for attention to this organ, especially when it comes to digestive problems or constipation or diarrhea. Stay hydrated throughout the day, as this is one of the key components of a healthy colon. The most important emotional aspect associated with the colon is the ability to let go, or the tendency to cling to a problem, person, or situation. Resolving psychological issues often associated with holding or letting go can help restore gut health. Try to focus on what you can do. Many of us are habitual night owls, especially when we get enough sleep. However, according to Chinese medicine, it is not only how long you sleep that matters, but how long you sleep. Bedtime no later than 11:30 p.m. is recommended so you can sleep by 11 p.m. This is the time when the gallbladder and liver begin to regulate chi, process emotions, balance hormones, and detoxify the body. In traditional Chinese medicine, the 11 p.m. to 3 a.m. window, which correlates with the gallbladder and liver, is the most important for maintaining good health, especially in the elderly. This idea is supported by modern science. We experience the deepest part of sleep in the first third of the night. This deep sleep is the most restful part of our sleep. During this time, the stress hormone cortisol decreases, and the parasympathetic nervous system becomes more active. This allows us to fully rest and move away from the fight or flight response that dominates our waking hours. This sleep stage is associated with memory and learning. A lack of this type of sleep can not only wake you up tired, but also reduce your ability to function and be alert during the day. Human growth hormone is released between 9 p.m. and 7 a.m. The Chinese medicine body clock provides great insight into your body's messages, but it's also important to use your intuition to determine if another message is about to be delivered. We would love to know your opinion. Do you often wake up at the same time in the middle of the night? If so, when? How do you get back to sleep? Or are you just awake? Let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, please like it and share it with your friends. For more videos like this, click the subscribe button and don't forget to hit the notification bell. Check out our other videos. Thanks for watching.